All right, we got to do this today, and I'll be honest, I don't really feel that great. And
you're good. You're tough. You'll be all right.
Well, my cayenne pepper shot was a little suspicious this morning, so I don't know if that's why I feel bad.
I think why you feel bad. That's why you're still going right now.
That's why I think that's why she might have poisoned that.
You
so
made it yourself.
We're about to go ride in the Cove in Tennessee.
Because it's gonna be Tim's birthday. I think we already said that. But
anyway,
right for his birthday.
We're about to go
41.
ride in the Cove. And
tell him happy birthday. Tell him happy birthday.
No.
Yes.
My birthday was 41 years ago. We don't need people don't need to worry about that. Anyway, so we are going to the Cove, and it's uneven terrain, and we have not really drove this uneven terrain yet, so we're going to take the sway bar off. But before, we want to see how much actual flex we gain from the sway bar. We don't have a real ramp, but we have a trailer. So I'm going to drive it up to the front on the trailer. She's going to attempt to mark it, and then we're going to go in the shop, take the sway bar off, come back, try it again, see how much flex we actually get out of this before we pull the tire off the ground.
Do it.
Get off the ground?
Okay, kind of, you gotta come.
I'm off the ground.
No, it's still on the ground.
Is that one off the ground?
It's on the ground.
Yeah, so it's off, it's barely off.
What?
I can feel it rocking.
It looks like on the ground.
Is it on the ground or no?
Here.
All right, let me pull up a
it's still touching.
You're good now.
All right. He said straight out, so I'm just gonna go straight
As long as you mark it the same both times, that's all that matters.
What?
As long as you mark it the same way both times, that's all that matters.
All right, now we're gonna do it. Straight down.
Look how bad the toolbox is, because nobody put shit fucking back. All right, so we're just gonna take the front sway bar off. It's not a big deal. There's not really a whole lot to do this. It's got some sway bar links right here to the lower A-arm, and then 4 bolts that hold it in these little brackets for the sway bar. It's easy to put back on if we decide that we don't like it that way, but pretty much everything we own has no front sway bar. So we'll pull this off real quick, and then we'll try it again. Of course, that's hard to get to.
Oh, I gotta make sure we're going the right way.
You are.
Yeah.
Green on. You don't need it.
Y'all never been to the Cove yet, have you?
No.
No, that's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna make me go down some wild trails.
Hey, don't you have a boss that you can get all this done?
Hey, don't you have a boss where you can be off on Fridays?
Yeah. Hey, I didn't know you were recording this. Hey, flip it around. Nah, that's even better. Now it's even better. Oh yeah, he got us live on here, dog.
Thanks.
He's talking all that junk. He's talking all that junk.
Can you hear?
See? Oh, I can't wait. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be a great video.
I'm putting
This is gonna be awesome.
All right, so we're gonna take the whole sway bar off. No, that's too much work. I got to take the A-arms and everything off to get that off, but we took the sway bar links off. So we just disconnected it. Now, one time I did that on the rear and just pushed the sway bar up and didn't zip tie it or nothing. And I was racing, jumped some hills. The sway bar came down, busted my brake lines. I had no brakes. So we're not gonna do that, but we are going to zip tie it up to see how we like it for the weekend. Then when we go to add some long travel stuff like that to it, and we already have it disassembled, we'll pull it the rest of the way off. But so now that we got these off, we are gonna go.
Got the zip ties.
To go outside and see how much a difference that made.
The sun makes me sneeze. Every time I get in the sun or look in the sun, I sneeze. It's the only way I can sneeze too. It's so annoying.
Well, let's pull up to our mark. So just when I get to the mark, let me know.
You gotta keep coming. Hang on. You're pretty much there.
All right, so now we're to the point a while ago where we had a tire off the ground and we were 11 degrees at an angle, but now we're only 7. So it saved us 4 degrees. It definitely feels better pulling up this far with no sway bar, but now let's go the rest of the way and see when we get the tire off the ground.
Hey, you're pretty much off. You're touching just a hair, but it's not much further.
All right, so now 9 degrees. We got a tire off the ground. So it still saved us 2 degrees, but honestly, I don't think we went that much further. But this being so top heavy, 2 to 4 degrees difference feels better. So we're gonna back up and check the marks to see how much height we actually gained. I don't think it was much height, but our body rolls went down significantly. All right, so we got these marks. We did gain like, which I don't know what slope this is, so that really doesn't matter, but let's just see. So this was 22.5 inches is how much we got before we got a tire off the ground with the sway bar on, and 27 inches. So that's actually, I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Plus, so what's that, 23, 4, so 4.5 inches more up travel before the tire come off the ground. But with that, we still lost 2 degrees of how far we were leaned over. So we gained 4.5 inches and 2 degrees of body roll. But from the old one, we gained 4 degrees of body roll, or anti-body roll. It leaned 4 degrees less, you know what I'm saying? At the same mark, it leaned 4 degrees less. So we can hit something we would hit before and been way more level. And then we still, at our highest point, 4.5 inches taller, we were still 2 degrees less. So it's definitely a win. I mean, that's significantly feels better inside, and that thing's so top heavy already. I know it'll make this weekend better if we're getting off camera situations. The only time you lose on that is if you're sitting sideways on a hill, your body might roll a little more if you're at a complete angle, or if you're making some turns kind of fast, you'll get a little more body roll, but we are not racing it. So the type of riding we do East Coast stuff, it definitely needs to be off. Now we're not taking the back one off because that'd be a little sketchy, but when we get our long travel on, which I think that's what we're gonna do,
Yeah.
probably hit up them boys out of Texas and get some long travel. When we get the long travel on, then we'll come back and do the same test on the same part of the trailer and see what we got, how much flex we gained at the long travel and what our body roll is for that. So these numbers was in front of the tire, we had 22.5 and then 27. 22.5 was 11 degrees of body roll, 27 was 9 degrees of body roll. So that's it.
Alright, so we're gonna get this loaded up, and then I'm gonna go get some groceries. Tam's gotta go get fuel, and then we are gonna head out. We're going to a place called the Cove in Tennessee. Never been there before, but it's gonna be a real good time. We're gonna get some video footage because David can't go, and we'll show y'all what we do.